Okay, so I'm back with another episode, what is this? It's not even an episode. What is this? Another thing to implement on remoteem.io. Just pulling out the monitor over here just to be able to look at myself. So I have around 30 minutes to do something productive, and then I gotta go into client meetings and all that stuff. So I'm not gonna commit anything right now. In the last recording, what I did was I added a state management library just to handle the sign up flow, which is like a stepped form or something like that. So what I'm gonna do is, I'll start the dev task and start the develop task for Strappy. So what I was saying in the last video was that instead of having all these pages and jumping from one to the other client side, because this is a stepper form, I should probably put everything into a single page and just change the URL client side, but without actually having to change to a separate page. But I also said that I was gonna validate it before I do it. So where are we? We should be on info, and we do this and what? So let me look into local storage. It's there. So why don't I just set a breakpoint? Just go info.tsx. Shouldn't this have source maps? Doesn't matter. Debugger. It's not a debugger, it's a debugger, because these things are just boogers around here. Okay, so it's with the hash thing. This one has the full source. So let's see, you do that. Okay, so it moves. So let's just go to password and basically copy all this logic. And I think I learned, so in the previous video, I was trying to set it to use session storage, and I said, give me an empty object over here, and then use session storage. Jesus. Session storage. But then I got this error that it requires a string. And I think it's correct, because what's being persisted in local storage is actually a string. And it uses JSON stringify probably to dehydrate, to serialize whatever it is being passed. So this atom with storage. And it's using JSON parse to rehydrate and to deserialize those strings. So let me just move this out of the way a little bit. And let's look at it again. So in local storage, we have this thing over here. So we're going to just say details. We're just going to say false. Let me just, not false. Okay, you don't want false. You want an empty string. And what? I don't know what's happening here. So now we're getting a different error. What the hell? I dislike this kind of stuff. So server side rendering initial value. So it takes an optional third parameter to select an alternative to the default storage mechanism, which uses local storage. And does it say anything about session storage, right? So use it with a value persisted in this, or async storage for React Native. But is this like implicit, like local storage or session storage? It's an object with get item, set item. Session storage has that. So if we just we just pop open the console, we say session storage.get item and set item, it has it. So it respects the API. Then what the hell is wrong with that default value? As this is the weird part. So session storage should be okay. What is it complaining about? No overload matches this call. String initial value, string async storage, right? Can I just expand this? How do I make this bigger? I think I can't. I'll make it full screen just to see it in the middle of the screen. So storage is not assignable to type async. What the hell? I just start sounding like that guy with emotional damage. What the hell? It's literally not. Sync storage is not assignable to the types returned by get item are incompatible between these types. String or null is not assigned. And if I say session storage, local storage here, it does the same thing with local storage. Is this like a type mismatch of sorts? I think it is. And screw you and your typings for now, TypeScript. So my API didn't start because npm list. Sometimes it just so happens that you have nvm, you have the right node version showing up over here. You run node -- version and it's actually not the version that it's being used. So you type nvm use again. Okay, not again. So now it's saying it's using node 16, but it was using it in the past and it was telling us it's node 15. So you type it again. Okay, so then if it doesn't work, you just exit the terminal, Control D, and then node nvm list, and now it's system. Oh, I'm in the website, not in the Strappy, so there's no nvmrc over there. Nvm list. Cool. So npm run develop. Yeah. So that's what you get when you use npm and nvm and you start VS Code and you have like the terminals and the whole layout the same, unchanged, and it seems like you're working with the right node version, but in fact you're not. So I said that I was going to put this back in place and then just move back here, then go local storage dot clear, and now it's clean. And if we reload and we go back, so we're going to say user2 at strappy.io, moving on to the right thing. And what if we say local storage? It's going to be the same thing, but if we go session storage, right. But now, because this is a string, so it's still a mistake, because I shouldn't be passing this as a default. It's a goddamn object. So yeah, I don't even know why I'm getting this. It's very weird. If we go back here, do I still get the session storage is not defined? Yeah, I most definitely have to do some fallbacks, and it did say something about server-side rendering. Any JSX markup that depends on this thing will use initial value when rendered on the server. Since local storage, they're not available. Let me open the sandbox and see what it says. So this motherfucker has a provider. Wow. So where is the app then? Let's look at the app. And dark mode and do whatever you want to do here. Okay. So does it say anything about Atom with storage? Dark mode false, dark mode false. Where is... It says nothing about session storage other than it's this page over here. So the suggested workaround for this issue, what this means that there will be a mismatch between what is original on the server and what's there, is only render content dependent on the store value client side by wrapping it in a client only wrapper. What now? I can't piece this together right now. Shouldn't be recording in the mornings. I haven't had my coffee. I'm not alert. I actually came to believe that I am not meant to be a morning person by any stretch of the imagination. Literally, like, I am way more alert while recording a video at 11 p.m. than I am while recording a video at, 10 a.m. So this is a very, very weird thing, but I insist on using their Atom with storage thing instead of doing like these customizations, just because I think it's safer to go with their code. But at the same time, it seems to want to save only like something, but then doesn't like session storage. This is so goddamn stupid. Well, I could at least create it inside right here. Does it still complain? Yes, it does. I was expecting it to be something like you need to use this inside to get it to work. Because I'm looking at app.js over here. But no, they are like the atoms themselves are created outside. Yeah, what the hell? I'm not gonna waste my time with this. I'm just gonna let it be. Use local storage. Do you. And just gonna copy this thing over. Just see if it works. So I need, in the password thing here, I just need to go and get the Atom with storage thing again. So We're gonna need the form, we're gonna use the atom, we're gonna need atom with storage, and then we have to paste everything here. And then we also need the router, which is right here. And okay, let's see. So now we have the same navigation, but this is called, I think it's called password. So we're gonna look for password. This is the password page. Oh, I just pasted a lot of things that I shouldn't have. So this thing here doesn't count. So right now we should be doing something like, well, what do we do? So we need details here. So we're gonna go has details, which is gonna be a function that's gonna return object dot keys of details dot length is greater than 0. This is like the like the shallowest check to just make sure that I am either rendering the component or do router push router.back. Does this work? We'll see. So window is not defined. Local storage empty. So let's try to access password. It works. Why does it work? It works because it has an error. No, it's just this warning here. Okay. We'll set a breakpoint and we'll just look at the thing. Oh yeah, this is a function. It's always true. We gotta execute it if we want this to work. So delete this and yeah, it's I think these are called guards. But yeah, you gotta run it. If that function returns a boolean, then you gotta make it do what it does. So info password. Just doing it. No router instance found. Only use in the client side of your app. What the fuck do you think this is? Am I doing something wrong? Client only pages. Client side. So static regeneration, we don't need that. We just need this to be client side. So it doesn't need to be static in any way. Very, very annoying. So my problem here is that I just need to do a client-side redirect. The problem is that right now this is being statically rendered, and so for some reason this is just complaining, oh, there's an error. Correct. Damn it. Use effect. Yeah, that's the problem. So I'm using the router, and this is doing basically, what's this? It's not SSR, it's SSG if I'm not mistaken. So static site generation. So I think what I need to do is, instead of doing this, well, I'm gonna just undo because I'm lazy. But the thing is, I'm gonna let it return whatever it wants to return. And I should go use effect. And I think it takes like a callback, and then it takes a cleanup. No, a dependency list, right? Whenever this thing changes. So we don't need it. Yeah, so it returns a cleanup function, right? But what we want to do is we're going to say if has details. If I could type if has details. Well, actually, if it doesn't have details, then router dot back. So let's see. In this case, okay, seems to. So it's still rendering. Do I want to use the hooks? I don't even care. I'm just gonna let it render like that. Just flash a little bit. I don't care. So user 2. And now we're moving on to this, and we can refresh it as many times as we want. It's going to be here for as long as local storage is going to contain the details, username and password. Okay. So, and it doesn't reset anything. I don't need to refactor or whatever. So let's just go test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exclamation mark. And, well, this is a form, right? So I should be using the form stuff. And I have about 5 minutes of recording left. Okay, 7 minutes to make it 30 minutes. And I'm just going to copy this thing over here. So what am I looking at? I need handle, submit, and register from this thing. So just be going right here. And getting the form to submit. So on submit, it's gonna be handle submit of what are we going to pass here on submit again, because it's gonna be a callback. And of course I am going to create this function right here, the form submit handler. And right now what I want to do is but this is gonna mess it up actually, I think, because it's not gonna add to it. So it should just get, but I can get, I can spread over details and push data over here and spread over data. So, and this is not gonna reset anything, and we're going to go to username for this piece here, and I'm gonna let the debugger leave the debugger statement, and I'm just gonna comment this one out because it's not gonna work for now, and I should be registering the field itself. So let me go with -- register password, and then what do I have? It's just required true, and I don't know if I should be going like lowercase, uppercase, Does it do anything of that nature? Let me see. So register fields, apply validation. So on validation, it has required, max length, pattern, minimum, maximum. Okay, so I think I could use this pattern for a password and just make it required and set the pattern itself. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just going to make this required. It's also required at HTML level. I don't know if I still need to do this because this won't work without JavaScript because it has the validation inbuilt and it won't submit otherwise. But anyway, so these things need to match. So it's the password confirmation. So let me see. So React hook form and then go confirm password. I just want to see if there's like a really interesting hack, like small short hack that I can use to just rely on the confirm password field to link it with so it takes yup as a schema. So I think that I can actually pass yup schemas to, where can I pass it? So it's, it has a resolver, whatever. So password and password confirm, and yeah, so they solve it by referencing the validation rules between the fields at the schema level, which is what I would have done if I would have had yup over here. So I'm just gonna register it for now and just have it in plain text over here, and I'll deal with it later. So confirm password here, and now I'm going to set my password. So test blah blah blah, and then they should have to match, and I'll do that later. So right now, no, we're not saving any passwords. So we have them, and it should go to username. And now I have local storage containing this information over here. And then pick the awesome username, and then we're out because I gotta get to work. I have a call with the client, employer, whatever you want to call it, in 15 minutes, and I gotta be in shape and well prepared. So I'm just gonna copy this over straight to username.tsx, and what do I have here? Let me just, yeah, so plain layout was still here, use effect still here, form atom, and then I'm just gonna take these lines here. I'm deleting this line, and I actually have to rename the component because this component is not named properly. So refactor, rename symbol, and say username, and I'm hoping it changes in the bottom. Yeah, because it was password, because I just copied and pasted shit. So I still need the router, which I forgot to import. So I'm gonna import from Next router. I'm gonna import the router, and so now we have the same form. We're gonna do on submit is handle submit of on submit, and this is going to basically I think I actually need password here, not info, because it's closer to what I'm interested in. So this is where I'm actually creating the user. So at this stage, I should be sending a request to Strappy, and move them to like create their profile. So this is the router. Cannot find use router. What the? Oh, Jesus. Use router. I'm sorry. So pick an awesome username. And so we should be going to, I don't even know what the route is called. So I'm just going to look at it. I don't even think I have it. Yeah, I don't. So let's just create a page called profile. Yeah, profile. And then within it, I'm just going to create a new folder called type. And then do this and add an index.tsx straight in here. Index.tsx and call this profile, which is just a function that returns span and say this is the profile and well export default profile. And I guess we're good. This is the page. And so right now we're going to go to profile / I would say candidate right now, and that's it. And so we're setting the details just for good measure. I'm not going to just get the details spread into the data submitted to the form and send it to the API. So I should be doing a little bit more than that. So let's just configure the form. So is there a form on submit, handle submit, of on submit, and register the field. So we're going to say register. So register. And what are we registering? So we are registering. Did I say register? It's register. And then we'll call it username. And we're also going to say that it's required. And okay, so now we have this. So once we have this, I also mentioned on Basecamp, I think I should be going into the project because I think I left a little bit of a nugget for myself on the sign up process task, which was SWR, but I don't need SWR here, right? I just need something to make a request and that's it. But I don't think I need Axios either. So let me just look at React query as well. I don't know if I have anything. Let's see. So SWR, where's the SWR? Jesus. So let me just look at this. So we have use the SWR for API user. Yeah, but this is for profile. I just want to sign up a user. I just want to issue one request. I don't want to sync anything. So why don't I go to examples? Let's wait for code sandbox. So where's the code? Where is the code? Where is the actual code? Basic. Give me view source. I need a source here. So src and index and it still needs Axios. Okay, so npmi as Axios, and we're gonna make the request just like that, and I'll figure it out later. So import Axios from Axios. I think it's either this or import star as. I don't even know right now, but what I'm gonna do is once I have this data here, I'm gonna do axios.post to API. So I have a redirect here. Next, I need next config to see. So API path, which is proxying to. Okay, so I need to API auth local register. I think it's the Strappy authentication. Slash, let's see, API auth no, it's auth local register, and it needs username, email, and password. So it's auth local register, and then we're just gonna say the data that we need here. So we should be extracting username. Okay, I'm just gonna extract them here. So const username, email, password from details, not data. And I'm going to pass it here as, I'm sorry, username, email, password, save everything. And so I'm gonna say, oh wait, oh Jesus, I have fetch. I'm sorry guys, I actually have fetch everywhere. I don't need to do Axios. So fetch, it's const response. Yeah, this is what you do when you, yeah, so this is async, is an async function. So username, email, and password, what's this? Yeah, let's see, because like fetch needs to do an input, which is the request info in it. Fetch documentation. So fetch mdn, and let's look for a post request. Jesus, fetch, that's what I'm looking for. So method, okay, and then I guess body is okay, good. So this is non-standard. So we're gonna select this. This is actually the body of the request. So method is post, and then body is whatever we had here. And why are you complaining? Is not assigned to, let's look at it. So I don't even care what it's saying here. I'm just gonna look at this. So yeah, let me see, because I'm going over my time, my budget. So where the hell are you? Jesus, bejesus. Username, email, password. And yeah, so const data is result await result.json, result response.json. And I wouldn't say data, let's call it user, and just go if user, then router.push router.push candidate, and I'm gonna put this in curly braces just because it's easier to read. So we have username and password, email and password. Let's see. So the test, and then we're going to go away. I'm gonna shut it down. So user to Strappy, and well, I installed Axios and it's erroring out. npm, first of all, npm uninstall Axios. Stupid libraries, just install them for no reason. npm run dev. And well, Axios is not actually a stupid library. It's just my approach of just installing it without thinking. So let's see, local storage. Okay, I'm just gonna go one more time. Username, and I should be getting an error or something. This is the profile. Auth local register. Well, I got a 400 because probably the account is already has already been created, but it's easy to check if we have a new user. We don't have a new user. And I should be debugging this. Yeah, it's like I think debugger. Oh, if I could just goddamn type here and just do this really fast, and user to Strappy. Hit the debugger, please. So user should be an error then. Bad request data 0. What password? Please provide your password. I do think you might be stupid. Let's see, full name, email, password. Am I getting something wrong here? Well, I'm actually here, so I could just as easily do user, email, password. Username, email, password. And you're like, please provide a password. I think you got it twisted. So it's username, email, password. Am I doing something wrong? Anyway, I think we're good to go. I think this is a good place to end on, which is basically the whole sign up flow is done. Not necessarily the way I wanted it to be done, in the sense that with the stepper form, but actually, since this does not reset the storage and does not reinitialize, and me like copying this code does not reinitialize the logic, I would rather just leave it like this and make it better at a later stage, and like just putting everything, compounding everything into one page and just switching the components that are being rendered. But for the time being, I think I am better off doing this. But we'll see. I'll just see in the next video, basically, because I'm gonna have to fix this broken request. So tune in. I hope this was helpful. I don't know, subscribe, like, share, whatever. Let me know if you liked it. And I think that's it. You don't even need to subscribe or do any of that classic YouTuber content creator stuff. Okay, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.